Hey, legacy builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. I'm here today to talk about the goals that we have for quarter three of 2022. And I have some notes, so I'm going to be looking down right here in my little notebook so I don't forget the things that I want to share with you today. And I thank you for giving me a thumbs up on this video. I really just want to do this quite easy and free flowing. So I will probably show you screenshots or notes on the screen. So hopefully you can follow along with me. And I thank you for this opportunity to keep myself accountable and for you to keep me accountable, because now that I'm putting this out there and this video is coming out, we really want to make sure we stick to this and create goals every quarter going forward. Since we're getting closer and closer to fully funding our emergency fund, the next step would be to save for specific things. So the first thing we want to save for after our emergency fund is fully funded at $20,000 is to save for a car to buy in cash. And then, of course, we are going to be more actively saving for our first home purchase. So I'm so excited about that. I feel like our steps have been ordered very significantly in the last 3 years, where we just started budgeting by saving $5 every week, making sure we had enough money to pay for the childcare costs and, travel and gas in the car, things like that. Created what we would normally call sinking funds, but now we call them purpose funds for a very, special personal reason. And then we paid off the debt. We paid off credit card debt. Then I paid off all of my student loans with my husband, of course. And now since August of 2021, we've been saving for an emergency fund. So now that we're getting so close to having that fully funded, we are going to move into the next phase. So I'm just really excited about this. And investing is an important part of wealth building, as I've been learning a whole lot about not just buying individual stocks, but being able to invest in vehicles that will help us and be there for us at retirement. So our income is pretty much, we can make as much as we want right now, right? But then when we get into retirement or to that place in life where we just want to travel or we want to do ministry or whatever it is we want to do, we need to make sure we set ourselves up for that income to be whatever we want. So we're investing. My husband and I both have Roth IRAs. And then, of course, we have like 529 college plans for our children. And then we do plan on investing just for them on their behalf as a custodial account that they can take over once they become of legal age to take care of it themselves. So there's a lot of different things that we're doing, and we're teaching them the basics of saving money now. So I feel like the position that we're in, there's a greater probability that when we do retire, we can do it well. We can do it where we don't have to get on food assistance and government programs, and that we can be able to give extravagantly. So getting rid of the debt, not having debt, having a good amount of cash reserves in the case of an emergency is good. So I talked a lot. So let me get into our pre-planning for quarter three investments. Okay. So for the first quarter of the year, we were investing in M1 Finance, and that did well. And I still have a referral link if anybody wants to sign up, because anytime you sign up, I get compensated, but you would get a bonus as well. Then there was second quarter, we've been focused solely on TD Ameritrade because that one was really low. It had less than $70 in it at the start of the second quarter. So the plan was to build up our positions there, and we've been investing regularly. Every single week we've been investing something and trying to make sure that the dividends are being reinvested to help us passively grow that account. For the third quarter, we're going to go back to Robinhood. And Robinhood, we have quite a few shares there, or quite a few assets that have less than a share. And of course, it's great that you can buy fractional shares, but we want to increase those positions. So the first goal is to buy 2 shares of CVS, because at the time I'm recording this video, we have less than a share, maybe close to 1 share, but not quite. I want to buy 1 more share of Microsoft, which is MSFT. And just a quick disclaimer, I'm not giving you investment advice on this channel. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm only sharing our journey. So please do your research and due diligence before you go ahead and invest in any stock, any asset, any ETF, anything like that. And then buy 2 shares of Procter and Gamble, ticker symbol is PG. And if we do that across 3 months from July through September, we will have at least $600 invested. That's our budget. Our budget goal for quarter 3 is to invest $600 into Robinhood, buying shares of these products. Now, we may be able to buy more depending. Microsoft, as of right now, the market is down. It's very red, but Microsoft was still around maybe 145 the last time I checked. So I'm going to make sure we put at least $600 and increase that. This is like the most simplest way I believe we can get started with investing. Even if we're buying fractional shares in July when we get started, that's okay, because all that $600 is not going to be just put in one time. It's going to be piecemeal, but that's the process that we're focusing on. July is a golden month, meaning we have 5 Fridays, which equals to 5 full paydays. So we may be able to invest a little bit extra. Thinking about it, because I know the top priority is the emergency fund. But what would you do? If you had an extra paycheck, how would you allocate the money? Are you at a position where you're trying to get out of debt? Maybe you want to pay extra towards the debt you're working on right now. Or if you're close to being debt free, maybe you're concerned about having enough money to pay your expenses 1 month ahead of time. That could be another thing to do. When we were in debt last year, what I would have, every time we had an extra paycheck, of course, that money is going straight to the student loan. Of course, taking advantage of the 0% interest, making sure to knock it down as fast as possible because other goals need to be achieved. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and use that extra paycheck. A portion of it will help us to get further ahead of our bills because our rent has increased, and we know that utilities may be going up too. So I want to make sure we're still putting extra money into our next month's bills account. But a good portion of that is going to go towards our investments. So even though our estimated budget is $600 for the quarter to be invested, because we have other goals that we're working on, we may be able to put a little bit more with that 5th paycheck in July. And I'm not sure if August has an extra pay. Yeah. Oh no, September. September is a 5-pay month too. So we'll have additional money to throw towards the investment, because I want to see if we can get Robinhood back up to at least $3,000. That's a stretch goal, only because right now the market is down. We were at almost 2,000 before, like at the beginning of 2022, but the market's gone down. As of the date I'm recording this video, and today is June 15th, we have like $1,600. So it's been going down a whole lot, but I'm not discouraged because, again, like Shalise over at Mommy Trader says all the time, it is not about, you're not going to need the money next week. You're not going to need the money probably next year. So don't worry about it, because the market is going to go back up again. And that's how it was designed. It was designed and created as a wealth building tool. So this is one of the ways that we can build this wealth. And I'm happy to say that we are going to stick it out for the long term, because if we just sold everything right now, then we would have lost a whole lot of money based on where we are right now. So I think in the 3rd quarter, at the end of the 3rd quarter, if not within it, by the end of the 3rd quarter, our emergency fund will be fully funded, and we can focus more on investing and saving for our car in cash. Now, I'm praying that it will be more intentional, because we won't be putting money towards the emergency fund. So the same $500 to $700 that we've been putting towards the emergency fund since the beginning of the year, we can now put that towards saving for the car in cash and rebuilding some of our don't see, don't touch accounts, because I recently had a family issue where we had to pull money from those to take care of expenses that came up like quickly, like out of the blue. So We'll be doing that as well. But because our side income is increasing and we're getting more than we were last year, we should be able to leverage that and use more of that to help us reach those savings goals a little bit faster. So that's it. I think that's everything for the third quarter. Yep. So buy 2 shares of CVS, buy 1 share of Microsoft, buy 2 more shares of PG, and we have $600 to spend at minimum. So take advantage of every extra pay month you have. If you get paid bi-weekly, of course, that's 3 paychecks in a month. So take advantage of that to help you get further along ahead of your goals. And setting goals is such an important part of any financial journey, because then you are pushing yourself to stay accountable, stay focused, and do not allow the situations and the circumstances that you're going through now, because they are temporary, to affect how you move forward or if you move forward. And you can work on 2 goals or 3 goals at a time. You can work on 1 goal at a time if you want to, but we are working on multiple goals, but we're zoning in on what we need to do for each of those goals. My vision board is to the side of me, and I'll probably show that in another video, but we have very specific goals, money goals that we're going to reach. And every time we reach 1 goal, that frees up money, just like a debt snowball sort of thing, to throw towards the next goal. So once the emergency fund is done, now that money is rolling over into the next goal. So even though we've been saving little bit, piece here, $5, $10, $20, whenever you have, now we have a whole bunch more money that we could roll over and start adding to the next goal and make it work. So that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you found some inspiration in it. And thank you for keeping us accountable by liking the video, commenting down below what your goals are for the third quarter of the year, and how close are you to fulfilling either your emergency fund, paying off your debt, or for that house down payment. Whatever you're doing, we want to encourage you to. And I'm so appreciative of y'all. Y'all touch my heart a lot by telling me that you enjoy the channel. And I'm just grateful, because I'm a simple person who started off very rocky in life and started kind of late on this journey, but we're making strides bit by bit by bit. So be productive, have the most wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this, and remember to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Bye for now. Thank you.